Oh, hi guys, I'm alive. It's Nette here. I had some fun. I wasn't sure what I was going to do today, and I had received this set that was, it's a it's a special, and it's only on the line. You can go into my shop, which is annetteFalconer.stampin.net, and this is a suite. Now, as you can see, I've cut a lot of those flowers up to make her dress. It's got quite a lot of colours, but I looked at some of the DSP and I was thinking, oh, what can I do? What can I do? And I was looking at a pattern for a dress the other day because I made one, and I thought, oh, I want to make another one. And I thought, oh, this is really nice sort of dress material, and the colours that go with it are really cool too, because there's Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Flirty Flamingo, Highland Heather, Lemon Twist, Lemon Lolly, Melon Mango, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, and Pumpkin Pie and real red. Well, I can't really see the real red in here. See, that's Pumpkin Pie, and that's the Petal Pink. And so my dress is based on the flowers out of here, but as you can see, I've cut most of them out. So just to make 2 cards, I've used all that, but I've got enough to do another card if I wanted to in the darker ones, and turn it around and have dark and light. It's such a pretty card. So let me show you some of the other things that are with this card. So that's the inside. I haven't put a saying on it. So the stamping is here, and the girl is stamped. And see her pretty little here. So that's sparkles from, these are called adhesive backed shiny sequins. And so that's what I've used for her head. So instead of putting dots around like you normally do, so Simply Zinnia comes with the DSP, the dies, and I haven't used the dies because the dies are only for cutting these out. As you can see, if you pick those up, that's that flower there. But because I didn't need to cut it out, I just stamped it. It didn't matter. And it cuts out leaves, and then it cuts out those, and I've never made those. They go together and make one single flower, but I didn't really want to put it on. I probably could have put some of the petals around the bottom if I wanted. Maybe if I'd had more time, I would have got round to it. But I didn't. And so I was thinking, because I had this out because I've got another wedding to do, another wedding card. And then I thought, oh my goodness, the girl. And so I stamped her out, cut her out, her arms away from her dress, and gave her a new dress. Well, I thought, oh, I was quite impressed with that. So, and then I just used the small happy birthday from Go To Greetings, but because that's all wedding stuff, and Zinnia's is sending flowers to you. Words fail to express my gratitude and thank you so much. So none of them sort of went with this girl for her dancing outfit. Okay, so let's get started with that. I'll just put that, if you can still see it, with my big head there. There you go. I can sort of have a flower beside me. Alright. Excuse me. I've had a week. I was up in Brisbane for a week, and I got quite sick. I was looking after the grandkids, and they were sick, so I got it. And so these are the colours I used to colour in the flowers, but I really did do a bit dark on there. I wanted the light. I got the light. That's a light Blackberry Bliss, which is the flower leaf, but my dark came through a bit. So obviously when they painted these, they did them sorry. And of course there's my dimensionals and the yellow. So I used a little boho blue to put a bit of sky around, and the brush So I'm going to stamp with that to do my girl. I also used pecan pie for her hair, some gold trim. I'll just put that there, but some dots. Just move those to the side. So now I'll just pull my cardstock out first. I've got a piece that is 8 1/4, and so we score that at half. 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's our card. I'll just pop it up so you can see it. I love my scoring bench. And so, as I say, 8 1/4 is 8.12, and so half of that is 4 and 1. So, and hopefully someone jumps on today and says hello. Get a bit bored on my own. Says, where's my friends? Okay. So it makes such a nice, good, look at that, just such an easy fold. And you only do that to sort of, oh, what have I done? Put on there. Well, you know what? When you do something like that, this DSP is so good. So I could even turn it the other way, because my inner piece here can go in there over that, and it's not going to show that mark. So just this DSP from Stampin' Up is cardstock is very strong, but also you can draw on it, like our inner piece, which, where is it, here. So we're going to have one on the outside like that, and then we have the one on, and because once you do that you don't see anything. So never, when you muck up one, just keep going a little bit longer and have a look at what you're doing, and you'll see that it's actually not going to be that. So first of all, we're just going to stamp out our lady. So out of Here's to Love, we've got our lady. Don't know why she's got a hole on the back, but we're going to do her just in Momentum Black. Oh, well, all you Melbourneites will know how hot we've had our weather. Okay. So, she's out. My dogs are back from their walk. And I think that might be one of my sons coming home from jiu-jitsu because Dad was taking him. I might call out and see if he can get me some water. It's quite warm in here. As you know, I don't know if you're a Melbourneite, so I got to cut her out because I want to cut her arms away so they come up over her dress. So very carefully I'm cutting her out. I don't like cutting while we're online, but sometimes you have to, so hopefully it still won't take too long. It's quite, once you get going in this, it's quite an easy card. My Archie. It was 35 degrees here today. Not today, sorry, that's wrong. 35 degrees here. I'm just going to cut that piece off because a flower will go over that. Now I do need to cut up into her hand. So on this side, because her hand gets lost a bit there, I'm just going to cut that out. I'm concentrating. Alright, and then on this side, I have to go down round her fingies. And go up to here. Alright, so you've just cut out her arms, and I'm going to give her, where did I put my thing? So I've used, as I said, pecan pie. I did a wedding card for a friend, and I did her, the lady in pecan pie, because the bride was Fijian. So she has a nice, beautiful dark skin. And the groom was white. You allowed to say that? That's the odd thing. I'm just going to grab my ivory. Yep. And I'm just going to colour her skin in. It looks a bit yellow when you first do it, but it actually comes down to more skin tone. I've got skin tones, but they're not all Stampin' Up, so you need to do everything with Stampin' Up. I just, I had brought them because I've been making cards for a long time, so I brought them then. Okay, so that's her, isn't that easy? So that was ivory, so she comes out nicely. Okay, so then what I did was, out of that sheet I showed you earlier, I just randomly cut out a whole lot of flowers, and so I'm going to quickly just whip around them. Sorry, I should have done them, but I thought, oh, here comes in going. Hold on, I'm just going to go, Michael! So no answer. I'm going to use this one because it's got a bit of green there. That's going to be the one that I cut in half and tuck some around. Okay. Getting there. Okay. Right. That's that one. I might see if I can put two of these together and do them at the same time. Because it's got all black around it, it's not bad to do. Michael?
Yeah.
Can you get me a glass of water, please? And
But you're alive.
I am.
Oh.
I know, but I'm live on my own, so I can ask my husband to get me a glass of water because I don't think anyone's going to complain. So... Alright, there goes two more. How's that? Faster than. Okay, and so I'm going to do the same. Look, I'm lining up the flowers on either side. I'm going to go around that one, those two. Oh my goodness, we were meant to go out on the weekend. We had races up in the peninsula and we couldn't go because I was sick. And then we had Sunday, we were invited to a dinner, and I said, I rang and said, I think because I'm not feeling 100%, we might just come and have at least a glass of wine, and then we'll go home. But it ended up we didn't go at all, so we had a very boring 4 days at 35 to 36 degrees. And we did end up with a few pool runs. And that one's done. Thanks, babe. That's my husband. Oh my goodness, I needed that. I don't know why I took that flower out, but that's another one in the thing. So we need, for the dress, we need 1, 2, 3. We only need 4. Because I cut one in half, goose, but I can use it on the inside if I want to instead of stamping. See, you could do that, but I'm not. I'm going to keep that because I like that. So, and then her dress, I did the berry one, and see the Blackberry Bliss, I've just realised, is on the outside, so that's why it shows up a little bit darker on my colouring, because as I said to you, I didn't just got to get the white out on this one, be a bit more fussier. Okay, sorry about that, girls and guys and whoever's there. Alright, so what I did, why I had the orange flower, look, that's why I have it, because that's the top of her dress. So I'm not too worried about her I'm on the line. Really? Okay. Okay, that's one of my lads. Okay, thank you. He's just come in to tell me what he's done with his homework because he wants to get out and back on his computer as fast as possible. So I've cut that like that, and as you've seen, I've done that. That one's making her dress go up a little even higher. I might leave that. What do you reckon about that? That one or that? It's actually quite nice. So with this one, I'm putting a little glue on the back of her dress just to hold that in place so I get ready. Just down there. I'm going to slide that back up her arms. And see that one, I did it quite low before. I'll just leave it like that. That's quite cute. I'm going to take that peak off there. And a bit of that peak off there. So it gives it a bit more. Right, so we've got her ready so far. Now we're going to just do a little of blending on the card. And I had in here, I should have a fake piece of scrap with our girl. Maybe I cleaned up too well. I had another one there that I used to line her up, and I think I might have, did I throw her in the bin? No, there she is. See here? So because I want to have a little bit of, I did that a little bit over. I'm just going to cut around her head and give us a little bit of just shadow so I don't. So that's how I decided to, you know, make the card to hold it up. So what I also did was I looked at it on here. And then I put it there so I knew how far up I did her to everything else. So I'm quite happy with there. Looks the same. A little higher. See? So I'm just going to hold her down. And here I have boho blue, just like the sky. I don't want it too much. And I'm going to get this piece of paper here. So I don't want to get, I just want to sponge around. And just around the bottom. So I'm not going to need all that because the flowers get taken out. Okay, so you can see where our girl is, and that'll, oh, wrong lid. Let's shut that before I put something else on top of that. Alright, so that's my piece. You gotta, when you cut out things like that, and it's called masking, you can get a masking tape, and I've got that. But sometimes when I just want the paper, I do that, and then I hold it down. But masking tape has a bit of a sticky on it, so you can do that. Well, I wanted to remove it, so I didn't do it. So here we go. Let me have a look. So we're going to put her down now. So I'm going to give her a bit of good old Tombow on her back. This is a new one. It gets a bit, oh look, she's an angel. Alright, now I am going to stick it to the card. I might stamp my happy birthday first. A little happy birthday there. My glue's a bit, my ink's a bit, a lot of wet there. So, and I'm just going to put this in here. I'll line that up straight would be a very good idea. And there she is. It's quite nice. There's some bigger ones in that card, in that stamp go-to greetings that have got really nice big happy birthdays, but it was way too big. One of the one I really wanted to put on was here, but it was too big. I would have had to cut it and I didn't want to. So anyway, I think that one's more petite. Alright, so next we've got to put our flowers on, so we're going to keep her. So this, if I'm right, is half a flower and that. So I'm just going to, I'm going to whip through that one because it doesn't have the nicest area. So I haven't put any of these up on dimensionals because her arms are up above them and I don't want to do that. Now, actually, I will put that card onto there because I'm going to have a little bit of the flowers. Oops, I've just dropped my lid on the, I'm just going to put that on. Yes, I'm still in my armband. I've got another 2 weeks before I can take it off. I do sometimes take it off at night because just for an hour or so, because it's it gets a bit sweaty because it's nylon, but I have a fracture down there, and look, it's definitely getting better. So let's add some flowers now. Oop, it wasn't that one, it was our big one was going on first. So now I'm going to pick up her, I'll just go under her hand, and I'm going to take that right to the side of the card. Okay, so we're giving her a very flowing card. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one down to the bottom. And this one, I'm just going to put that over top so I make sure it's in. I've got that one there. And that one there. So it's sort of like a long flowy dress. Now see how there's a little bit of white on that? We'll just turn that. I'm going to bring that up just a little like that. I want that to come over because she's got a nice long dress. You've got a bit of movement. Alright, so this one's going to go into here. Alright, and let me just put that here so I can see where this one goes. See? And her dress is flowing. And it makes a difference where you put this one because it's got to join up the rest of her bodice to her dress. And then this one is her last, and I wanted that a little bit different so that can come out just a little bit and down. That's what I want. How's that? Now what I did with her arms, this one I just used a tiny little bit of glue. Whoop, a little bit too much. It's either all or nothing with Tombow sometimes. Okay, and let's just clean that glue off. And we're going to put her down, and I'm just going to hold her little hand for a minute until she sticks. Everyone needs a whole hand held, don't they? I did on the weekend when I was feeling very unwell, and all week actually. Now again, I'm going to put her down here, and I'm leaving her hand because I'm going to give her a little bow that she's holding. I didn't know how to do a handbag, so I thought we can't do that, so let's clean that off. and find my, this is Simply Elegant Trim. So I'm going to do enough to do a double bow. And I'm doing two pieces and getting a little bow on either side of there, making sure you grab all four, and you just have to hold your knot pretty tight to get, there you go, to keep them in. And I'm going to put that on her hand. I always hate how one comes down and one, they all tend to jump out a bit. So with that I just used glue dots. Normally I like the big, I like to use my tear and tape and get across the back, but because this is so fine I can't even find the glue dot. Look at me. I'm going to get a glue dot on the back of that. It's very, very fine, these little dots, but with this trim, I'm just going to put that in her hand so she's holding a bow. Okay, and so what I did, and so I didn't put any other jewellery on her except on her headpiece, because I think that's all she needed. But look at these sequins. So I just fixed up her hair. One, two, three, and instead of being spread out like you meant to do, they're just her headpiece. Oh, I thought they looked pretty. So she's off to a party today, and I'll just pop that to the side and fix it up later. Okay, where's my trim? I have to find my glue thing. Alright, let's get on with the inside. So inside and on the stamp, we're going to do, from the stamp set, we're going to do the Zinnia. I love that name, Zinnia. When I was younger, oh God, my first kids were little, not these two, I got 5. So number 1, when I had number 1, I met a girl, and she was from New Zealand like me, but she was married, and she had a little boy and a girl, and the little girl's name was Zinnia. And I was like, oh, I've never heard that name before. I'm just going to get a stamp if I can possibly make myself. And, oh my God, she was so beautiful. And her brother was Status. And they were the most well-behaved kids I'd met. And my daughter was 2. And I was pregnant with my second one. And I thought, oh, I'm going to call it Zinnia. I'm going to call it Zinnia. It's such a nice name. And I was telling my husband, and he was like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I like that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to call her that. And then I am just going to turn this flower around so it's showing up. So there's our one flower on there, and because we're standing up we have to make sure we do it in the right spot, and I've got one there. Alright, and so and her brother was, as I said, Status, obviously Status Quo, the band or something like that. But as I said, they were beautiful, well-behaved kids, and my daughter was a really good kid, really, for who she had, being 2. So I thought, oh my God, this is it. So when my child was born, it was a boy. So I said to my husband, well, I can't call him Zinnia, I'll call him Status. But we'd always said if we had a boy, his name was going to be Cain. And I was like, I was reneging. So we're going to do a bit of pumpkin pie in the middle. Okay. And then we've got the lemon lolly bit around this in here. Somehow my stamp didn't go as good on that one, so when I show you the other bit I'll put the rest. Now this is the light one on top and the dark ones around the bottom. I've got dark bushel. I'm going to change that to dark blackberry bliss, berry burst. That's light blackberry bliss. But what I'm going to do is get the other one of that if I can find it. And I think it's that one in the wrong spot. Right, so I'm going to try it with the light around the back. Let me have a look. See, they look so similar. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to go out of that one. What's that? Dark blackberry bliss. I don't want dark, it's too dark. That's the light, that's the one I was just doing. So I'm going to do this. And see if we can't get sort of a lighter like the flowers. Okay. A little bit of colouring in, folks. When I do a girls' class, they like the colouring in, but not just the stamping. And I think the ladies, they like the stamping. We made some lovely cards on our last class, and they really like doing more of the putting together and stamping and cutting out with die cutting. So it's funny, the little girls. So I've done that one in the light berry burst to bring it up a bit lighter, and then this is the light blackberry bliss. So let's see how that turns out at the back. Hopefully, but it looks very much similar, doesn't it? Maybe I'll do it in the dark. Oh my goodness, I have to keep looking. Blackberry bliss dark. Maybe if I do this in the back. How's that? That looks a bit better. So obviously I need a bit of colouring and tuition. I used to draw a lot with the kids when they were little, but one of my boys now is a very good artist. So he doesn't like when I say to him, draw something for me, he doesn't want to. So we've come a long way, teenagers. Not really. Not liking it. Was that the same? What was that? Oh, that's that one there. See, I'm not feeling happy about this. I just wanted to show you the difference in the colours, but they're very similar, aren't they? But that's the thing with Stampin' Up. You've just got to find what you suit. You can get all these colours that match. Again, matched when I called out the card colours out of the DSP, which is Designer's Series Designer paper. That's how you match your cardstock. So we've just used black cardstock and white, but you could do this card in the berry and that'll just pick up all that colour. Now that will lighten as you go on, but now at least you can see a bit more of the light in there rather than that one's a bit too light. I'll just fill in a little bit of that. I'm not used to colouring in too much when I always find I'm boring people. Okay, and so let's just add that inside. And if you're watching me, please subscribe and get a notification when I go on. I used to do it straight live to YouTube, but now I just add it over to YouTube. So subscribe and you'll still get to see it. But oh, oh no, I thought I had a message on there. I was going to say, 50,000 people are watching me. Oh, my husband likes it. There you go. He likes it. I don't see. He must have seen. He gave me a like. I've got my supporter. He's a good boy. Oh, Elizabeth Windsor is watching me. How long have you been there, Elizabeth? Hasn't come up on the side where I see anything. That's funny, I just saw it on the thing and I'm nearly finished. It says up here, no comments yet. So I don't know why that's not showing. Anyway, nice to see you, Elizabeth. I hope you like this card. How's that? So, thanks for watching, and hopefully I can come up with something a little bit different next time as well. And have a great day, and I hope you all got over the weather, and we'll catch you soon. Thank you.